Hello everyone and welcome back to another Train Sim World 2 patch notes video. This is as of the 30th of May 2022. Now there won't be any sort of screenshots of any of the new stuff. We're literally just going to go through the list of what has been changed, and there will be streams incoming time which obviously will show off what we're going to do. In fact, the first one will be on Hubstrecker Rhine Ruhr, so do keep an eye out for that if you are watching this video as soon as it comes out. So please find below the channel log for today's update. It's a bit of a whopper, but includes preservation crew updates for Habstrecker Rhine Ruhr, Rüsselsheim Nord, and the rapid transit routes. Some core improvements related to the Spirit of Steam update, and assorted other improvements, including a new horn for the Clinchfield's SD40, a fix for the fast lane scenario on London Commuter, and a special Queen's Jubilee decal for Creators Club to celebrate this weekend's Platinum Jubilee. Awesome. So, core improvements, route operation. After running through a red signal on a scenario, objectives should no longer fail to load after returning to the last checkpoint, which I think is PC only. Players should no longer be incorrectly put into a driving state when something blocks them from taking control of a service. Loco display screen should now stay consistent with the speed the loco is travelling at. And this is with PS4. Whilst exploring on foot, pressing triangle/Y should no longer force the player to enter driver mode. And an Xbox, players should no longer crash after pressing in the right stick after standing. And then for passengers, platforms with services due should feel busier, whilst passenger volumes on other platforms should feel more appropriate. So that's quite nice then. Fixed passengers getting stuck when trying to alight from a train that has a lower floor height than the platform, as well as getting stuck within the platform. And passengers should no longer be stuck on the platform facing the wrong direction, interact with the same seat as another passenger, and stutter when alighting the train. So that was quite weird. So they looked like they were going to get out and then just kept sort of stuttering. And then for controls, fixed estimated service time in the timetable menu showing as negative if the start and finish time of the service are either side of midnight. Fixed gamepad navigation in Mastery tier rewards. Fixed weight objectives not displaying title and description text. On the route map, when using a controller, the cursor should now properly snap to the nearest interactable object on the route map if two objects are very close together or intersecting. Pressing the Open Interaction Shortcuts button whilst the menu is open will now close the menu. And then for Livery Designer and Creators Club, added ability to re-download uploaded content and resave it to local and editable. Added decals for the Queen's Jubilee for Livery Designer as part of the logos section, which is very, very nice. Preservation Crew, Habstrecker Rhine Ruhr. So yeah, I will be streaming it after this video goes out, so keep an eye out for that, as this is the biggest one. So, route operations. Added contact signaler functionality to trackside telephones, changed light rain to fully raining on destination Duisburg and route introduction scenarios, added functioning level crossings to the route, removed any references in route introduction to engage with controls players cannot access, and added new skies to the route, to the new skybox, what you see on East Coast Way, the Brighton Main Line, that's now been added, improved track rendering distance. And then for the locos and rolling stock, so the DBBR 422 added specific train formations in Scenario Planner, and then for the DBBR 425, reduced intensity of interior lighting. These are now for the 101. AI trains were not running with passenger lights turned on. They now are. Updated name to improve experience in the Livery Designer, and added missing Chinese translations. And then fixed locked throttle after recovering from emergency stop situation in route introduction. And then for the DBBR 422 and the 425, added rail driver compatibility, and both improved passenger light and resolved reflection of said lighting in the windows. And then for the 101, updated rail driver button mapping in line with convention. All added contact signaler and simple radio functionality, and the biggie, added PIS to the route, which is very, very nice. And then preservation crew, Rüsselsheim Nord. Players should now be able to climb the platform at any point rather than just designated locations, as before you used to only be able to climb at where the steps are. It's now anywhere. Updated level crossings to be operational, added contact signaler functionality to telephones, changed lightly raining to full raining weather for steel gaze, let math light and fossil fuel scenarios, updated train shutdown objectives on Letmuff light scenario to be clearer, and added a year date to the services in Chapter 4 of the DBBR 363 Journey Mode, and services 1113 should now work as intended. And yeah, if you don't know, Rüsselsheim does have the DB BR363, whereas the Dresden Chemnitz and Riesa Dresden have the Deutsche Bundesbahn 363. So, added Dovetail Live Mastery Reward, explorable signal box. Oh, now that's cool. Updated route to support new skybox. Updated ballast with white concrete sleepers. Added PIS for all stations and platforms. Added traffic to main roads en route. Fixed floating scenery outside entrance to signal box at Finnentrop station. Well, I mean, the explorable signal box. I mean, that is pretty cool. And then locos and rolling stock. So the DB767.2, which these are all the Dostos, added contact signaler and simple radio. Wipers will now start on parked rather than off. Fixed issue whereby blue lights were coming through the roof of the train. Spelling and translation improvements. Added contact signaler and simple radio functionality. That's for the 143. And also added green glow to the PIS display board. And also installed the PIS system. And then these two are for the DBBR 185.2, changed program mode to U on PZB service, and updated digital displays to display correct number on screen when starting PZB. And then these are now for the 363. Updated livery designer name to improve player experience. Updated controls for throttle and dynamic brake to be the correct way around on Rail Driver. Updated custom liveries previously not being selectable for timetable services, and then for all locos, updated rail driver compatibility and button mapping to bring it in line with convention. Also removed a lock on classic controller locking gameplay and removed control locks during tutorials to prevent unrecoverable situations. And then passengers, rush hour passengers behaviours added, rush hour passenger volumes added, and passengers should now correctly populate the platforms and disembark trains at Letmuff. And the timetable fixed missing line numbers for all terminating services and added virtual stations. So that's like, for example, on East Coastway, where it only goes from Brighton to Eastbourne, and on the PIS you can see it goes to Hastings. That's the virtual off-world destinations. So preservation crew rapid transits. This I think is the second or third preservation crew update to rapid transit. Changed the light rain to full raining for metropolitan scenario. Art cars should no longer clip on road corners. And then these are pretty much all for the talent too. Changed PZB to 85.0 in default startup as it was glitched before, and you were in PZB mode, the one for heavy freight, I think, so 55. Deleted rogue first class door, which was causing players to be blocked. Recentered throttle brake so 0 falls in centre for rail driver. Updated the seating, updated screens to show correct time of the day. Softened reflections in windows, added functionality for parking brake lighting. Increased interior lighting of passenger compartments. Now this is for the 182. Updated livery designer name to improve player experience. Replaced old AFB system with updated AFB system. Updated doors not opening and closing on the doppelstock. And then these are now all doppelstock. So updated livery designer name, updated wipers to start on park rather than off, updated with new PIS system, and updated sounds to now be audible on the stairs. And then this is all added simple radio for contact signaler, and updated rail driver button mapping to bring it in line with convention. And then timetables PIS, the Talent 2 now has functioning PIS display. So that's the Middle Deutschland one, so the silver 3-car Talent 2. Rush hour passenger behaviours added, and rush hour passenger volumes added as well. And for mastery, there's also now a landing cargo plane. Cool. I don't know whereabouts that would be, but that sounds cool to me. And then for the London commuter, fast lane scenario should now be completable on all platforms. For the Bakerloo line, added contact signaler and simple radio functionality. Headlight operation moved to button 28 of rail driver to avoid issues with headlights not turning on. Colnarken, AI trains were not running with passenger lights turned on. Sandpatch grade changed lightly raining to misty weather in scenarios 1 and 3, and improved operation of the CSX C40 8W independent brake to work to correct pressures. Clinchfield Railroad improved operation of independent brake to work on correct pressures, Added new horn for the SD40 based on the audio from the SD40 which we got on the expansion pack back in February, and also added contact signaler and simple radio functionality. Main spec art barn, both for the Doppelstock, updated cab controls to enable headlights, coach lights and headlights to be operated, and updated destination display to be shown on the PIS, added translation improvements, and then for the 204, updated locomotive thumbnail to remain consistent with other TSW2 content, added rail driver functionality and added simple radio and contact signaler functionality, as well as a walkie-talkie model to the cab. So I suppose a bit like in the Class 09 on West Somerset Railway, you get the little radio. Sherman Hill smoothed landscape and lowered telephone poles around Cheyenne Rail Yard, and updated route name to allow it to fit into the route selection screen. For the Harlem line, updated service 775 to be completable by players. I think that's the Crestwood service where you got stuck at a red light just as you were about to get into Crestwood. Updated route name to allow it to fit into the route selection screen. And then for the G6 shunter, updated safety system sounds not being audible from the outside. Updated an issue whereby cruise control got reset by the CFO reset button, and changed light rain to misty weather in piece of cake scenario. But yeah, that is the update on the 30th of May. So as you can tell, quite a big update. I mean, 11 minutes that was. So yeah, I will be showing off probably actually Rissilgnord and Hubstrecker Rheinruhe. If this video's gone out, it will be just after that. So do keep an eye out for that. Links can be found in the description to the Discord server, to the PayPal, and to the merch store if you do want to help support the channel. Obviously, tomorrow is Spirit of Steam Day. We will be showing that off as well, so do keep an eye out for that. But yeah, thanks all for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.